Hi guys, and welcome to another the Duloth Experience live stream. I'm back in Rome, and thus we can go with our normal Sunday stream, and let's see if we can test some nice composition today, because this will be a Constantine reward week, and I don't really care about him about his shard, because I already have him at L4 with just the top 1500. So I'm taking it, let's say, slowly. I'm still around top 200. I've seen that CR is going hard for him, because I suppose I want him at L3 or L2 or more, I don't know. And yeah, that's it. During the past days, we have seen the completion of the Superman Siege, which allowed me to have him finally at my top power character, and finally my first L5. And when I saw that Doomsday is gonna have another hero challenge next month, I decided that he will be my second one, because you know how much I love them both, and it just seems fitting that you have your favorite hero and your favorite villain as your top, your first L5. And I know, hi Lucky Man, and I know that Doomsday is considered not just one of the good guys. I mean, not very usable in PvP, which is like the 19% of this game. But you know, we maybe have some solution for that. And another nice and interesting thing that has been announced during the last week are the next month heroes and reworks. And the reworks are these two green girls. The first one is Killer Frost, which I'm slowly leveling to gear 10. Hi CR, and it's nice to see you going for top one in PvP. Congratulations. Sorry, but last week I was at my parents', so there was no time for me to stream, because you know, when you are at someone else, it's not polite to just ignore them and do your stuff. I was saying, Killer Frost, I always loved her, but she was not readily available at the time. And when I gathered her shard due to Red Alert, I ever had L4, as you can see. I didn't have any interest in leveling her, and these reworks just give me the reason to. And the second one is Hawk Girl, which I've been told she's kinda gross, because this one procs a lot. Sounds like more of a 15% chance instead of the capped 135. But you know, you have to choose, and one of my other favorite guys is gonna be released this month, which is Grodd. Yeah, I think that Killer Frost will be nice, especially with Grodd and Banshee. And Grodd is one of my, I think it's one of the best villain the Flash ever had. And because you know, he's one of those guys that doesn't seek for destruction or whatever. He has his plan. He's kind of an idealist, if you say so, if you may say so. But that's not the point. His kit seems pretty nice. And then we have Silver Banshee, which is the freebie for the next month, unless we are. Yeah, thank you, man. I was waiting for that. And she's the freebie for the next month. She seems like a better fate, because this one always apply this does damage and cares about the immunity. Always apply the healing immunity. So it's, let's say, yeah, we are gonna see L5 Doomsday as soon as his event ends. And we will see a lot of L4 Doomsday today. And as soon as I'm done with this, let's say, introduction, we will dive into PvP. And as I said, Silver Banshee seems nice. She doesn't seem broken, but she with Killer Frost and Grodd, they may put up a scary, scary team. And about that, talking about, let's say, scary team, during the last week I went a little bit crazy and I leveled up this kind of girl to gear 11. She doesn't seem any high level play, and I didn't have her skill at that much, but if you know what this skill does, you may have a hint of what it's going to happen today. Because yes, you may have seen the videos during the last week's releases, and this is one of my favorite team as of now, because it has everything. It can purge opponents, it can clean your debuffs, it has Doomsday as a permanent taunter with a bunch of stamina up, agility up and strength up. And you know, Constantine is just a destroying machine. So let's give it a try and see it live how it performs. And Doomsday at L5 is, I think, way tankier than he's supposed to be. So yeah, I think it's just gross. So this team works nicely because, you know, you have so much third meter manipulation with Constantine on depth and with Red Robin. Red Robin will have challenge, let's say a showdown during the next month, which is way nice because I will get him to L4. So this team works like this. You give turn meter up to Ivy. She will taunt our favorite guys, and he will stay there, taking punches in the face and don't carry at all, because as you may notice that gear 10 Edrigan just did nothing on him. So you may now, the taunt from Ivy lasts 2 turns, so you are free to go with Constantine attacking and using the taunt on the next one. But another thing that Ivy allows you to do is this one, taunting on Doomsday and calling him an assist. And if I don't kill everyone here, yeah, let's just not kill. And right now you can use this move, which applies stamina up and copy your buffs on Constantine. That means that Constantine will spread the awareness to your team. So you have your Doomsday with a bunch of stamina up and at least 2 awareness up, which is, you know, just crazy. And this is it. So you have a big wall of meat, which is immune to damage, and yeah, I know that they are just gear 10, so we are just, let's say, plowing down the lowlies, but it's nice, and when you can do those things, it's even better. Yeah, Killer Frost, hi Tan, welcome to the stream. She seems pretty nice because I'm still leveling, gearing up her. But I will go after this game is over on her kit. The nice things that they are doing is that they are allowing us to still keep the red alert shards from her. So you can farm her both in red alert and in next week challenge, the PvP one. So let's go on Killer Frost. Her new kit is slightly different from the previous one because, you know, this is still keeping the cooldown reduction from the legendary, and it just stuns and applies turn meter down. And the nice thing that she has applies both speed down and turn meter down. So her and Captain Cole are just able to, or Mirror Master are just able to lock down anyone. And then this one has a whooping 25% chance to stun if the guy is already stunned. So it's an auto. So if you are in 101 or 2v1 against any character, you will keep stunning him if you can give her turn meter up or speed up. So this one will give the Ice Spear on the opponent, which means that she will still pile up those damages, because, you know, if the target is stunned, she will do more damage, and she will keep stunning the same target if you are 1v2 or 2v2 or whatever, just in low numbers, because, you know, you have less probability to proc. And this heal doesn't seem like so gross, so good, because, you know, she has at gear 7 just 10k health, and she doesn't have let's say a tanky kit. So the 10% means that she will heal for 1 tick or 2 max, which is something to think about, but she's not that good. It's comparable to the heal that Clayface will get from his 5th. It's not the selling point of her kit. And on the other hand, the legendary point on this one is just good, because we'll reduce even more the freeze solid cooldown, and she will get the turn meter up, which we were talking before with this. So her kit just seems, and this is the, let's say, big damaging spell that she has, the big damaging move, because it scales with the health of the target. So it does more and more damage as they have more health. So she is able to kill those Clayface because it's a special damage. She won't care about the agility is up, and she will be able to damage Doomsday and so on. So her kit, as I said, seems nice. I'm stocking up my rings. I'm saving them and not using them, because if they change their path, I have, as you may know, a low number of green, and let's go with a character that can use those rings. Okay, so I have stockpiling right now from today the green and the blue rings, because, you know, if they change the pattern and Grodd will be the first one to be released, I want to gear up Grodd before I go on her. So, and I didn't even do my daily event here today because I have other plan for the evening, so I will do those later. So I will get, at least before she is, let's say, released, at least usable level. And about her legendary order, I still haven't tested her a lot, and I have to check. But as I said before, this one procs on every stun, and it doesn't proc from her stun. So to me, this is one of the most interesting one, and I don't care about the enchants up. So this is the fourth or the fifth one, and the shield was bugged before. I don't know if it's still bugged. If it's not, this is one that you may consider as your third one or your second one, because you know Hal Jordan, Medfield, or whatever are still used in the meta. And if it's still bugged, you may not even consider it. So the order to me is these three, these two, and this one. So 4, 2, 1, and then depending on the bugs or not, you will take the 3 and the 5th. So without any kind of just theory crafting this, I will go 4, 2, 1, 3, 5. And to me, she will be just L3 or L4, so I'm not even considering those two. You may move up this if, as I said, it's not bugged and it's fixed in the meanwhile. And I think that I will check in a second. 8 mil should be testing her already, so he will give us let's say an on-field evaluation on those legendary order. But I don't think that you can go wrong if you go like this, because you know this is a passive that triggers from every stun and is way better than this on use, because if you have to consider this one, the fourth, like the Aquamoa one, this one, this one, what is okay, it reduced the cooldown every time again buffs, so you don't need to use the skill just to have this cooldown at +1. You may have, let's say, Bane stunning someone and the freeze solid has reduced the cooldown, so that's just good. So this one is the first one for me, and as I don't care about her damage right now, I want her for, let's say, her ability to control the game. I will get this as third or fourth one if this is fixed and there's a, let's say, a dominance or shielded guys around. Right now I don't think that's good enough to be your second or third, but I don't know what will happen with the new guys. And as I said, this is the second because, you know, these are the two moves that you are going to spam. And, you know, so 4, 2, 1, 3, 5. And one thing that I maybe, let's say, considering wrongly is this one, which is one of the one legendary point I was let's say scared about of being wrong, because you know it's 2 hints up that scales with their damage. So if you have a team full on stuns, let's say with Bane, Old Girl, her, and maybe some, you may need Superman for tanking, and or maybe, you know, Superboy, or you know, even Grodd or whatever, because you know Grodd will give the intelligence up to the team. This may become just better than this one, because this will only be worthwhile if the target is stunned, while this one, the int ups, are just, you know, not caring if you use this third one or the first one, while this first one will only do damage if you use the first skill. Yeah, but hi Gergi. And you know, before I didn't have any chance to use her, so I've read on Reddit that there were guys that were scared of the, let's say, Dr. Fate treatment, on Killer Frost, because they were using Killer Frost before of their work, and she was doing good for them, and they were scared that after the rework it was just let's say horrible. Yeah, DOJ stuns and is a taunter, so that's a good, let's say that's a good point. What I like about her kit right now, it's not the ability to, let's say, control, but it's that the metagame can shift to let's say a more controlish one, and this will allow her to have a niche to perform. Yeah, Fate was no, please, Fate was just, it's not Fate anymore, because before he was immune to enrage, and if he did get the debuffs, he would just retaliate crazily, and he was like his niche. He could do things that no one in the game could do, and right now he's just, let's say, another EV blue hitter with healing immunity. If you compare his kit with, I was telling this before, if you compare his kit right now, so is special damage and apply healing immunity, shields, special damage and apply healing immunity, and buffs and purge buff. This is random passive attack, and the team leader you will never use, because you won't use, you have better leaders than him. And if you compare him with this new girl here, so you have light damage and bleed is not comparable, but this one is special damage and apply healing immunity. This one is special damage and the chance to stun if yes the positive immunity, and when you level her up with the legendary points, she has the chance to purge all the immunities on this one, and it's a chance to use this one every time an ally purged someone from the opponent teams. And then this one is the let's say is passive, her passive, that will apply buffs immunity to all enemies, like a reverse red dude, and this one is just gross, because this is the equivalent from Dr. Fate random skill, just better, because it will apply stun, silence, and crit immunities to allies. If an ally is stunned, she will get invisible, and every time an enemy takes bleed. So this can scale way crazier than Dr. Fate 1. Not yet. My Constantine is just there. I need the top 5,000, 1,500 to get him to L4. But I will get there next week on Monday, tomorrow. I'm not pushing. Yeah, they are mine too, but I will add Killer Grodd in the mix too, because I have a good friend, which is Chrombopoulos Michael. Sometimes he pops on the streams and he's part of my alliance. He is one of the very first guys that I saw playing with Dr. Fate and Killer and Captain Cold and whatever, and he is rocking Fate since the let's say early moment before he was just that good, but he find that he was just, let's say, better and maybe different before. He doesn't like that his work that much. It's just he still uses him, but he never uses his lead, and it's meh. And about Constantine, yeah, Catwoman also has a stun, but I'm not liking Catwoman right now because she will miss. I was using Catwoman against Harlequin Magister. And I really like the fact that she steals stuff, but with the ability to miss the purge, I don't like the Harlequin Magister encounter, so I'm not using her. I'm not leveling her to gear 11. And when you are, let's say, in top 100, it's hard to justify using gear 10 guys unless they have a proper role on your team. And as of Constantine is crazy nice to play. It's not one of the best guys in the game. I like him, and you know, I did a special for him. I think that for a week I just played with him in every possible composition, and I will play a lot of him today. But it's just one guy that allows you to play differently before high-end, differently than before. So yeah, he's just nice. And if you ever read this comic or seen the TV series or the new animated one, he's just good. What's the best level up from 60 to 17? Because right now he's only CSP. Okay, so the best way to level up guys from level 60 to 70, you have to consider that you need two stuffs. You need the XP orbs to level up, to actually level up a guy from, let's say, 60 to 17. And so, you know, I will use a blue because I have enough of them. Let's say him. So you need the XP orb, and with a mixed, let's say these are colorless, I don't care, just for the kicks. So as you may see, I need 4 million to 69 green essence to level him up, and a bunch of orbs. The best way to farm the orbs is to just run the chapter 8 heroics here, because you will get the level 4 XP orbs. No, I don't have the XP orbs because I synced those into this sweet little girl here just 2 days ago. So I will still have to find, yeah, because I don't farm the. I will explain in a second. As I was saying, so you have to level up the experience, and you have to level up the gear. The best way to level up and to gather up this experience orb is to just run the chapter 8 heroics, because you will get the level 4 orbs. And when you do your normal gear run, let's say you are leveling a green, just do this one, because you will get the level 5 XP orbs. And you will need, let's say, about 900 L4 orbs for level 60 to level 17. And you may run this one every day, this heroic one every day, for the 50 heroic, yeah, this mission. 30 battles in heroic and 50 campaign battles on any difficulty. And you may run the chapter 8 heroics to gather up a bunch of L3 stuff and L4 orbs. And you will get this 600,000 green essence. And this is the best way to gather up the orbs and the green essence. As you may see, I have 20 millions. I just don't care about those. While the best way to gather up your gear is to have a spreadsheet and map. Let's say I will show up mine. Let's go here. Okay, yeah, a spreadsheet like this. There's one shared by Claytwad on Reddit. I will if you need it, I will find it and post it here, the YouTube link. There is even a, let's say, a tutorial for it, and you input your number. This is mine, it's not Claytwad, but his one is similar. You will, as you may notice, have so many few of some particular one, this material, and the first and let's say the fourth type is the one that you're lacking the most, and you will have 1,000 and 1,000 of the others one. So you farm the chapter, the nodes in the event that give you the most. So if you want the level 1, you farm this node, the first one. If you need the level 2, you farm this one. And you may choose the 4th node or the 5th node based on how much you want to spend. If you want to be a more, let's say, conservative on the gems, just run this one. If you want to be more, let's say, aggressive on the XP orbs, just run the 5th one, because you will get the L5 orbs, which are nowhere to be found beside the 5th node of the event. So the best way is to keep track of your gears with a spreadsheet and gather up those in order by running this event and spending your gems with the refreshes here. Refreshing the gear event nodes is the best way to spend your gems. And the second part, to gather up those green essence and XP orbs, just run this chapter 8 heroic, and if you want, after you are done with these 36 nodes, you may run 14 just to get to the 50 quest. Just you may run 14 of this normal chapter 8 node, which will give you a bunch of XP orb, green essence, and eventually sometime it will give you gear and these precious green rings. So that's it. You farm chapter 8 in all the hard mode nodes, so it's 36 of them, and then 14 of this one. If you want to be conservative on your gems and just do the quest and the you can run the chapter 1 12 and then you are done, because 2 more, whatever you want, because you will just complete the 15 normal nodes, legendary quests. You will gather up that legendary essence and some of the gems back, and you may even run chapter 1 normal for the rings, but the XP orbs here and experience are just not even useful. So that's it about the let's say how to farm the gear and the orbs to get to 17 from 60. And you may know or not that let's say a full gear up character from 0 to 17 is just around 7k gems from 0 to 11 just for the gear, and from 17 to 16 to 16 to 17 it's around 3k and a half just for the gear. It's a bit hard if you are moving up from gear 10 level 60 to gear 11 level 70, and it will hurt your red alert and PvP a lot. So I suggest you do this, let's say, gradually, maybe moving your guys like I was doing. Let's say you move Archis to 64 and Antre to 64, and if you decide that these are the 2 that you are doing, so you move them to 62, then 64, then 66, and then 70, because you will unlock more skills. I was talking with a friend, Scotty, on our Discord about Etrigan, about Clayface. Clayface is a monster when you get to those agility sub duration +1. So you may not need his gear 11 thingy, but as soon as you get him to level 68, you unlocked the ability to use that level 9 skill. So that's enough. Sometimes it's enough just to level up them, beside using the skill, the gear. Okay, and just to answer Gergi, I just used a bunch of him because I wanted him to be my highest power level guy. So there's no need for me to have him at 73. But I didn't want the Etrigan portrait, especially after I did the siege and I ended up top 5 just to be able to L5 him. So I spent like more than I wanted. I was hoarding those for the reworks, and so I spent more than yeah, and then that's why I'm poor. But anyway, let's go back to the PvP. I was talking about this composition, and this composition it's hurt a lot by POT because she is able to completely purge your Doomsday and disable him. And we have this stupid Killer Croc, which with his auto attack, I will just go there, don't worry. With his auto attack, we'll purge all the strengths up from Doomsday. So the plan here is to just play in a way that you are not relying on Doomsday strengths up and whatever, and you just go crazy on Constantine. So the plan is to buff him up to allow him to call assist on POT, because she won't be able to use her purge and attack on the first turn. And then you go from there by killing them one by one. And the point is that you have to right now taunt Doomsday just to be able to withstand the damage from Bane and Superman. So let's keep applying the debuffs and calling assist on POT, because in this situation is where she is completely disabled and it's good enough for us. And I don't want to, let's say, apply the more damage on POT. I'd like to see if Superman doesn't purge this. Yeah, that's good, because if we did taunt, it would have been just wrong for us. So right now I want to kill POT, and I will try to kill her with just this attack. And from now on I can just taunt up and smash the guys. So let's go there. And let's apply the stamina up to our own Ivy, because I don't want her to die. And or you can use that on Constantine. So this will apply the stamina up and will spread to the rest of your team. And I want to save my purge on Superman, and so I will apply the buff immunity on Bane, which means he won't be able to heal up and apply his buffs on him. And as my Constantine is still buffed up, I want him to call assist on Bane and see if I can, you know, smack him with Doomsday. So no invisibility, it's okay. And right now I should have enough to bring him down. No, let's just do some damage here, because there's no point in attacking, because I won't be able to rack up more buffs, and I want to just do damage, slow down Superman, because there's no point in doing anything else. And here is where I wanted to purge his taunt if possible. Yes, I got the taunt and let's taunt Doomsday. So he will probably be able to smash them up in some form. And let's taunt him again. And as Bane has the bleeds, he should die. Let's apply the buff immunity on Superman. Yes. And right now we can just go crazy on Superman. And it's fitting that his demise will come from Doomsday. So let's give more turn meter up to Constantine. Let's copy this. No, there's no point. I just slow him down. And as I said, this team is just nice because it allows you to have Doomsday taunted every turn. And this rotation, as you may notice, I've used the Doomquake on the turn before, and it just let's slow him down. And I've used the Doomquake on the turn before, and the 3 will allow me to just remove the cooldown. I could have killed him, just it wasn't nothing else. Yeah, it's Aquaman. May board clear is the OG Aquaman, and I'm just waiting for him to be L4 because, you know, here he is. I'm missing 120, so it should be enough to have a month of board clear with him. And the board clear for the Red Robin event, it's yoo-hoo, Batman's easy. You may have guessed it right. So this team is probably not one of the faster, because, you know, you may need your time to purge, to taunt up Doomsday and do his job, smashing them. Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, I forgot that was the stupid Eloquent Majesty. You need your time to, you know, build up your Doomsday, but when that happens, it's just you know, crazy. So let's taunt him up. And let's purge this stupid Eloquent Majesty. Yeah, sure. Try and hit that green big body. And here I want to start applying damage on Cyborg, because eventually we'll be able to kill our Doomsday if he racks up enough damage. Instead, we don't care about let's see, 2 turns. We don't care about Deathstroke because he does no damage at all. So let's kill this Eloquent Majesty as soon as possible. And let's move these bleeds to random enemy, or copy the, yep, yes, let's move the bleed to random enemy. And let's apply the taunt again on Doomsday. Hopefully it will be enough in smacking someone. So let's keep applying some damage on them. And I think that he has enough damage that I will be able to kill him. Close. So this is... I want to apply the stamina up on Honor, because I don't want her to die to some random damage here. Yep, that random damage we are talking about. and I want to apply some buff immunity on Harlequin Magister because she will probably end up taunting on the next turn. And let's see if we can kill her. The issue with this this composition is that Doomsday here is the only one that you want to call an assist when there's a heavy damaging guy on the other side. But as you may have noticed, you just don't care, because if it's the Poison Ivy being called, you will give speeds down on them. If it's a Red Robin, you will debuff them and you will apply buff immunity if he's invisible. So it's all good in the end. Let's keep buffing our Constantine and Doomsday, which is calling assist. Yeah, and that's the random attack from. So here we want to still apply the taunts on Doomsday, and as you may notice, he's just getting no damage at all from the other guys, and Doomsday is not even an issue. So let's kill. Let's silence him. And let's start purging him. So right now we want just do whatever is possible just to hide us between those huge taunts. And this one is because I want him to taunt or stun. So let's slow him down and apply the taunt on him. So yeah, sure, attack him again, and he's taking no damage. We still apply damage on him. And when I was testing this team in Gear 10, the issue that I had, it was the fact that Power Girl was one-shotting my 2 reds. And that was not nice at all. But you know, it's just a funny compo. You don't expect to win every game, but when you can smash people with Doomsday, there's something worth in it. And as I said, this composition is just one composition that you aim for the 3 stars. It doesn't rely on you reviving your Doomsday or your Lobo. It's just a normal composition, which is very weak to purges. Yeah, this one will be scary, because you know, if Red Robin just starts purging my guys, and we'll care about the POT led team. But it's just a funny compo, and Doomsday I think is one of the, let's say, less used character in the game. Yeah, that's let's go with this. I just wanna see. During Croc, I was fairly excited. This will screw up our silence on turn 1, because I won't be able to taunt up with Constantine, with Ivy. So I will have to start taunting up with Constantine here, wasting, let's say, screwing up my rotation, but it's okay. During Killer Croc, I was really hyped about his kit and whatnot, that I ended up trying to go for top 100. I reached the top 100, and I have now him at I think L2, but he's not. I have him at Gear 10, but he's not performing so well for me, and that's one reason because I'm not, let's say, enjoying him at all. Let's keep punching Siren, because I'm scared that she will AoE us to death. So as much as possible I will try and kill her before she will scale up out of this Ivy will just die now, and it's a shame because we will lose our ability to be gross with Doomsday. But the damage that here Constantine applied on everyone should be enough for us to kill them. So let's start applying the affinities up, because you know they are reds, and if they don't purge us, yeah, like they are doing, there should be no issue. So I want True Sight here on Doomsday because I want to try and kill that Red Robin. But why I can't kill him? Oh, because he had the buff immunity. I'm a retard. So let's stomp him and let's apply the taunt. I forget about the buff immunity. So I should be able to punch him in the face right now. And he has True Sight, so let's try and hit Red Robin. Yep. Okay, let me kill this team, and I will read the CR comment on the chat. So buff immunity means no taunt on him, no steals, no whatever. I will still want to apply buff immunity on them as much as possible, because you know I don't want them to scale up with taunt, invisibility, and yep, and they should be dead. Hit a deal, we don't care. And you should die. So as I said, it's scary when they keep cleaning up your guys and bothering you, but you know, eventually Doomsday will just outpace them with his health, immunity, and just shut up, Clayface. Okay, Killer Croc is particularly against Etrigan SI because as the AoE gets taunted. Yeah, that's the issue that I have with Killer Croc. Mine is health 3. Mine will be health 3 at the end of his second PvP round. And I was thinking to buy his gems pack for 8k because it seems so nice. Because you know, my plan, I didn't even spend the rings to fully level him up. I just don't use this ability. So and 75% is a good trade-off for me between the ring spent and the proc chance. The issue that I have, and I did decide to get this one first, the 3, because I want to apply the taunt and purge the debuffs, and this one because I want to steal the strengths up, especially from Deathstroke, Power Girl, or you know, Superman. So the issue that I have with him is that with this kind of kit, with this kind of character, you want someone that expose the invisible guys, right? Or the guys between the taunt, behind the taunt. So let's say they have a mirror behind Clayface. You want something to be able to hit her, because if not, she will just buff up her team, heal up them, or apply damage immunity on them, or just punch your guys with their 3 and 1. And the issue that you have is this one. Killer Croc does nothing to, let's say, help you with this. Because, you know, yeah, it's true that Etrigan goes crazy on the AoE on the first turn, hitting him and applying the taunt on him. But he is slow. So to capitalize on it, at gear 10 is just 106, which means that is one of the slowest one. It was even slower than the old Superman. And you want someone that allows you to hit that Etrigan behind the taunt. Why use him when you can use Red Robin? Red Robin is faster. He will apply 2 turns of True Sight on one target, giving you the ability to, let's say, cherry pick your targets behind True Sight, enabling that target. Because, you know, yeah, sure, Etrigan will go AoE, but he will, if he crits, put someone low enough down that maybe a Power Girl or DOJ or Swan Thing can kill them. So why risking it when you can just Red Robin someone on the turn 1 and kill Etrigan? I think that I did this so many times with Harlequin Magister, which is one of my good reds, damaging reds. Yes, I have to decide sooner or later to level up this stupid Bane. So I prefer to just use Red Robin on a guy instead of hoping that they will AoE me and hit Croc that with a chance will apply taunt on them. There's no point for me, but I tried to use him as much as I could during this week, and I ended up short. I really like the bleeds from him, so I think that one good way to play him, and I did try this, is in a normal bleed composition with the additional purge and, let's say, exposing of the opponents. But if you want him just for that, just to expose someone from the opposing team, I think that Red Robin does it better, and yeah, there's no point in using him. I was, let's say, it's not something like Superboy, which when he was released, it was, nope. Yeah. So you are saying to me, just get him to gear 11, and you will love him more? You have him at gear 11? Oh, let's see his stats. I don't know if you have him at... So he still has 25k, and this is still slow. I don't know. I'm not that sold on his kit. He seems nice. He seems nice. I said I didn't even spend my real life money to just get him to L3. But I don't know. It just didn't perform so well. Is Bane versus Taunter? Okay. Maybe I will give him, let's say, a chance on Friday, which is Red Day. I will. There is no good red rework or a new hero next month, so I maybe, let's say, spend my resources in gearing him up to gear 11 and see if it's worth. So this is going back to the normal PvP. This is another team that you may be scared of, because they have not one, not two, but 3 guys you are scared. You are scared of the Harlequin Magister and Rages, which luckily for us didn't do anything to us. They have just the ability to screw you up in the first turn. They have 2 purges in Al Jordan and Z, and they have Cyborg that can one-shot anyone if he gets a chance. So from here you want to just avoid Hal Jordan to stun your guys, and thus you want to just go on. So my Constantine wasn't even invisible, and he did just get a Z punch in the face. So still trying to apply as much damage as possible on Hal Jordan because I don't want him to purge us. And this will miss, I know. I'm not in a good position here because I'm doing nothing to just allow me to win this game. And this one should be able to kill Halogen Majesta. So I want here to try and kill someone else, and let's see if we can bring down this Hal Jordan so he doesn't stun. Yep, he was enraged, and that was fine for us. And now we try and kill. Let's kill. Let's just try and kill. What do we call? I don't know if it's better if I just go for the enrage on Z or bring. Let's try and kill Hal Jordan. And right now I want to start mashing that cyborg. I should be able to withstand smack from cyborg cannon with Doomsday, and if not, he will just rest up. So that's good enough. I will AoE here. And we'll call assist. Steppenwolf, Clayface, Killer Crocs. One thing is my team for Killer Croc. He does less damage without crits, but when he crits, enemies move down, except greens. Green is not for new guys, making him as a staple red. Okay, I have all those. Killer Croc, Clayface is one thing. Okay, I have all those guys. Let me try right now that team, even though if it's just gear 10, and see how it performs. So you are saying Steppy, Clayface, Swampy, and Croc. Okay. I think that I will just see. Now, I don't care if I lose the battle. I just want to see how he performs in a nutshell. You know, here I think that I want to apply the buff immunity, because even if he just go crazy, yeah, if he dies from Firestorm, at least that Etrigan won't get his buffs, and this is okay. So let's try and slow them down or steal the. Okay, it's enough. It's okay if he died, and that's not what I was testing. Let's kill Firestorm here. I have to kill Edrigan before he goes nuts. Oh, it's okay, as I said, it's no problem that if he dies with the AoE. I just want to... I just want to see how the game spans out. So I just did kill my Swampy with his green. Okay. The issue here in this compo is that they have two blues. It's okay. They have two blues, which I need to kill first. Okay, let's go with more basics and less stuff. As I said, I don't care if we lose for the remainder of the day. I just want to see how he should supposedly perform in this compo. So Adrian shoot AoE here. We'll get his buffs. And I should go with this basic. I will... I think that I can kill Alagui Modester here. But let's go with the dupe. Okay, so he will get a lot of damage and from this. And I didn't even crit. So I should try and kill Adrian with the bleeds here. And apply more bleeds because I can. Don't do the same mistake twice. And he dies here. Okay. So we do kill him. That Dr. Fate punch in the face. The immunity and silence will just wreck us. So this should be okay unless he goes crazy nuts on us. Shouldn't he be slower? He will probably kill us with healing immunity up, you know. So no one will rest. Yep. Okay, so Fate, yeah, he's the best counter to Clayface. Okay, so let's try properly because I don't have a chance like this because you know 2 blues against 2 greens and the gear 10 are not a proper fight. And let's give it a try with the team we were playing before. Where is my... Yep. I'm down. But I will think about leveling him up because, you know, I like funny character. And as I said, I was pretty hyped for his kit. Watch Firestorm. I think you are behind with timing. Yes, you are still on that fight. Okay, I was saying, let's so let's try and kill Fate as soon as possible, because we don't like the ability of him to shut them down. And the green should kill Firestorm before he goes. So I want to apply this one later on, but I think that is better if I just heal Constantine and move the intelligence down to the opposing team. So let's apply stamina up to everyone, or just slowing down. I don't know what's best here. Let's apply stamina up to him. So I will get some stamina and stuff. And let's now rack up those damage on Doomsday. I should be able to taunt him. We still keep debuffing Edrigan, so it doesn't bother us. And we should try and kill Firestorm before he goes AoE again. So let's kill Alec Magister. And then we will proceed taunting up him. And we want to kill Etrigan, so let's call assist on him. Anyone that's called, it's a good guy, because you know Ivy will apply slow and will probably kill him. And this should kill Firestorm, yep, and eventually Etrigan. Yeah, this team was harder than I thought. The Dr. Fate L5 was something that I was undervaluing. So let's go back to the team that CR suggested, and I think that I will use this as my last try for the team. And there's still the stupid Alagun Magister that scares us with the AoE. So let's buff up everyone. We did steal the taunt, so let's apply buff immunity on 35%. No, I will just bleed. So let's kill Arcus before he goes crazy. We punch Alagun Magister in the face. And start the bleeds. One thing that I'm finding, let's say, more and more in the last reworks or new heroes or whatever, is that the animation are painfully slow. The auto attack from Killer Croc, Superboy, even Batman Beyond are painfully slow. I don't even want to try and see them in one per speed. Okay, so Killer Croc may still have a chance. I will test him more and more this week. I still have him at L2. So even if I push next week, I will still get him at L3. So it will be a slow week for me, which is enough. I don't care. Yeah, L3 is enough because I think I will take this one. I will give him the benefit of the doubt because I don't like the idea of leveling up guys that just punch your opponent to the curb. So he does things. Let's say he is one that, like Red Robin, Red Dude, and the others, just not do just damage. Because if I wanted the damaging guy, I would have taken up to gear 11. Batman CC, DS, or even the Arrows are pretty good at gear 11. I just don't like the, let's say, the bare scratching of the fists. And to be honest, as of late, oh, we have a nice team from... Yeah, as of late, I'm just finding guys that are just meta, and I think that it's nice if you, let's say, move from that attitude of just playing what's best and go with the flow. I was one of the guys that was playing Superman-led team before its work, and it's nice just to have this team that's now one of the best one into the meta. Let's say spawn from my mind at the time, and I think that CR is still using this team. So are other friends from Reddit using it with success. So I'm pretty happy that Superman is now one of the guys in the meta. And to be honest, I just want this one to become meta. The one with Poison Ivy, Red Robin, and Constantine to become meta sooner or later. Because again, it's nice to play. It just... I have a friend that plays in gear 8 and 9, and he said, I don't want to get to gear 10 or 11 because the matches are just one turn fights. He enjoys the fact that his matches are longer, that he gets to do something with the game instead of just going in, mashing the guys on the first turn and be done with it. So this team does exactly that. It allows you to play your skills and play your, let's say, niche character in doing something that you want. None of them is a powerhouse on its own. Constantine is nice, but he needs some builds up, so it's Doomsday. The other two just do no damage at all. But and this team is the second one I'm using a lot. Especially when I meet Batgirl led team or Black Canary led team, because you know this team does everything. He has healing immunity, he has a big damage guy into Power Girl and Etrigan, he has the let's say anti-evasion with Steppenwolf, he does special and physical damage, and is the second team I'm using. And it's said that with this team and this other team, so just 5 character in the whole roster, you can beat anything. But you know, if they want us to play like this. And I'm just waiting for the showdown, because I don't know if they have split the two, let's say, leaderboards, the one with the guys in normal and the one with the guys in legendary level. But it will be nice just to have an example of what can League be, because this showdown, the normal and the legendary one, are just what leagues are meant to be. So here I want to try and smack up Allegory Magister, buff up. Buff up again, because when I get attacked, I will get some turn meter up. And then Steppenwolf will go, buffing up everyone, giving me a bunch of crit chance up and hit chance up. And I will just be able to kill the two reds with one hit. And that's why I'm saying that this is one of the best team. And I don't even have used my own Hetrigan just for the damaging part. I will taunt here just because. And this is over. Because Supergirl now, Power Girl now has a bunch of trends up that will allow her to just destroy Bane. Yeah, that's what it is. And now we have this slow kill of Penguin, which is a shame because he will get crit and get awareness and blah 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 blah. But what happens if you apply buff immunity on him? That's it. Yeah, not even close. And there's still the bug where Power Girl punches the air after everyone is dead. So, let's see if we got something. Let's buy just one energy, because there's no point in wasting those minutes. Let's try the team before again. It's scary because they have two greens, two blues, but they are gear 10, I suppose. So let's see if this one can do anything. So that green arrow doesn't even have the death immunity one. Okay, let's buff up everyone. And we go for the bleeds. And let's steal some buffs. I didn't steal the taunt, so and they are exposed. And let's apply some buffs on our teams. This should kill Allegory Magister. Yes. And I suppose that it's now time to try and kill with healing immunity that Swamp Thing, which is something that we always want to see. Okay, so yeah, and that's when you don't want to happen, because you know right now there's a quota on the board that I don't want to attack her. I'd like to attack my green arrow on the other side. because she will retaliate, maybe damaging. Yeah, if I could have attacked that green arrow again, I don't want to attack the Kota here. I just have to. And that green arrow can just go on and on, hitting my guys. No, hi Winglight. I'm not climbing for top 100. I don't need the shards. I'm already in a, let's say, comfortable position with him. I think that I am around top 100. I suppose that I am, I don't know. I will check in a second. Let's see how high we are. We're just toying around with 199. I'm not going for the top 100 because I don't want to take the spot from our friend CR here, which is going nuts for Constantine. I get him. It's a good guy to have, Constantine. And as you can see, I will get 140 shards, which are way enough for me to get him 12-4. And yeah, tell him to the guy before you in the chat. He is the one that is going for rank 1. And as I said, I have him at L3. I will take his 5th as his next legendary skill, legendary focus, and I will be done with him because this is nice, but I don't want to to get him to L5 because, you know, resources. How much have you spent, CR, up to now? I suppose that if you get, let's say, 100 points for every board clear, if you are lucky enough to get 100 points for every board clear, for 5,100 you have to do at least 50 board clear. It's 10k. How much have you spent, CR? Yeah, thank you, Yusuf. Yeah, I did get to top 5 last. Yeah, 10k gems was my, let's say, estimate, raw estimate. I was top 5. I was 5th, actually. 25, 30 BA. What do you mean, BA? You mean the PvP essence? This one for the packs? Yeah, okay. I was saying, I did went for the top 5. I was ranked 5 at the end of the Superman event because I wanted him to be my first guy in L5. And yeah, that siege was something that I loved because it was something to celebrate my favorite hero, and I was pretty happy just to be able to get him as the first one. And I was saying the other guys, I'm still buying Jon Stewart. I was saying to the other guys that as I knew that Doomsday will have an heroic challenge, and yeah, I'm stoked to. yeah, it will be my L4. And as I knew that Doomsday did have his heroic challenge, this means that usually you will get 60 shards for each board completion. So I need 3 board completion, or let's say 2 and a bit more of that, just to get him to L5. So you will have Superman and his most famous opponent Doomsday as my first L5, and I'm stoked for it because I just want them to be my very first 2 L5, and I will see from there when I will level up, if I will level up more guys to L5. But you know, it's nice to have those two. It has a sentimental value for me to have those one as the first two. And Red Robin event is I just need 60 shards, so I won't go crazy unless there's a good reward in gems. Thank you, Nerd. We all love this game. I did this. I went crazy for Superman to level 73 just to remove him as my face. That's why I want my Superman so good. I want him so high that I wasted 3 levels. I didn't even need him at 73. just because I don't want Adrian. And to be honest, this game is so fun and nice that just to be able to be here streaming and chatting with you guys, it's something that we all enjoy. So this game did this for us, and we are just happy. Yeah, I'm slacking today. We are not pushing like crazy. So I'm like one of the lowest contributor today. We are just lacking. But we are sorted up. Yeah, and I'm still playing MSF. 1 second. I'm still playing Marvel Strike Force, and there are so many good things in that game that I'd love to be seen in this game. But you know, you can't beat Superman or Doomsday or Constantine or all the other crazy loveball members of the Justice League with those stupid Marvel guys. Yeah, we don't have mutant yet, so. And yeah, we have a friend here. This guy is one of the alliance mate that I always end up meeting, and he's one that is telling me on Discord that this Hogger procs a lot more than she's supposed to. So let's go again with the nice teams we did use before. And while it loads, I will be back in a second. Okay, so we didn't have any kind of strange things happening because I didn't know the speed of the ogre. I didn't even notice. So I will just go with my plan as usual when there is an opposing POT, which is speed up Constantine and start applying those debuffs on POT, so she won't be able to go crazy on multiple attack every turn. And that's it. So I did get 1 stun here. And we are screwed. Okay, good one, Daniel. So we have to just try and kill him with Constantine. So what we can do here is to call an assist, kill that, then start hitting. We have to kill that stupid Croc before he goes crazy. So I think that's something that we will do with Constantine on the next turn. Or she may be... Yep. And let's see if we can bring down them enough. So here I want to apply... I cannot apply debuffs on POT. So the best things that I can do, as they are 2 blues, is to apply Taunt on Red Robin. Have him kill someone. Yep. And right now, see if I can apply Stamina up on him. And the awareness should be able to withstand a couple of hits. Doomsday. Why do you want a Doomsday rework? He is fine like it is. I just want him to get some taunt. And say automatically taunt. But we will lose this game because of that healing immunity death from Doomsday on turn 1. And I think that we have to kill that's one thing as soon as possible. So he's dead. So goes my stamina up. And let's see if I can kill... Oh god. I can apply stamina up. Even apply... I will showcase Superman as soon as you want. I thought that you were bored of me showcasing Superman all the time. So let's apply some debuff immunity around. And here I want to still try and kill them. So she doesn't, she has the debuff immunity, so the trick is the same. Let's get the awareness and debuff immunity from Red Robin. And hopefully we will kill her eventually. The silence prevented us from applying some debuffs on her. And I think that this should do the trick. So again, Daniel just stole a game from us with this first turn kill from Swamp Thing. He stole us 2 stars, but again, this team is just something that you cannot easily kill. And again, I'd like to see a Flash rework because, you know, he's one of my favorite characters from the comic. So I'm saying that it may seem that everyone is one of my favorite characters from the comic, but it's Barry Allen, Constantine, Superman, and a bunch of super villains like Darkseid, like Doomsday, and okay, we cannot go there. Monel, it's not a bad guy, but you know, Super Family is special. So set that aside. Flash, and especially the relationship that he has in the comics with the rogues is one that I really like. And as Superman, as I was saying before, I did the siege with him in the last week, and it was just these two teams which destroyed everything in my path. And the two teams were this one and this one. You can clear everything with them. I will show here. So you have an Harlequin Magister. You are scared that she will enrage you. Okay, let's go like this. Steppenwolf will make you ignore the enrages. And you may want here just to try and miss on Harlequin Magister, because she will retaliate and trigger your power go. Sorry. And right now she will get turn meter up from Harlequin Magister, and she will get the crit chance up and hit chance up from Steppenwolf. So I didn't even need that. So here you want to taunt up, because Etrigan will try and kill someone of your guys, and we can just try and kill DOJ like this. So Power Girl will kill DOJ, and Etrigan will be able to kill opposing Etrigan here. And what I want to do here is to try and stun Etrigan, because you cannot do anything on Arcus, so there's no point in attacking there. He will probably end up killing someone like Steppenwolf or Power Girl. Nope, he didn't. So, first game is done. I will keep clearing the board using Superman. And as you may know, this game has something that, you know, I don't know if it's properly coded like this or not. But when you attack with a higher level guy to a lower level guy, you will see that I should have used the other team with Superman. You will see that he will hit way more than it's supposed to be. So when you see a Power Girl here, you will just go for his buff immunity, because you don't want her to rack up strengths if they go with their attack or taunt up. And as she just AoE here, she triggered Superman death immunity and damage immunity. So it's okay, they can punch him all the time. Etrigan isn't even an issue. And right eye, you want to just buff up. You don't care about anything, just wait for your Superman to taunt up again, and yeah, that's it. you can AoE here, kill Power Girl, Harlequin Majester, Harlequin quite vexing, and damage that Steppenwolf. And Superman is just so gross right now, because if they ever grow in critting you, they will just screw them up. And as you may see, this Superman will do 2 gear, 10, Etrigan. Nope, he just won't do any damage. Because, you know, Supergirl will kill her. Power Girl will kill her. And I was saying, the fact that he is 73 and L5, he will hit Harlequin Majester more often than, let's say, my Power Girl. I don't know why these guys play like this. I suppose that this can be a bot. Because there's no reason in having your Cheetah L5 and not using her as a lead, or DOJ. I don't know why they do this. Again. And I don't know if it's a bug or something or whatever, but I've seen that sometimes you get critted and the Superman taunt, death immunity and whatever doesn't proc. And you get critted on the first hit. So that's something strange for me. Here I have to risk the 50-50 on my death immunity, and because, you know, Swamp Thing will be able to kill. Yeah, I got the death immunity. Will be able to kill my Power Girl if I didn't get the death immunity, but I needed the strengths up just to be able to heal myself. And here I want to use the first one, because as you can see, it will purge debuff on random allies, and I want to purge the healing immunity from Power Girl and the Enrage. Or she will die. Yeah, she will die anyway. See you later. So let's just smack up that Power Girl. And let's try and bring down the Cheetah. There was no point in hitting anyone else because DOJ has the intelligence up, while Swamp Thing, if he dies, I want him to die with the healing immunity up. So right now I will try and bring down everyone here. And if Swamp Thing dies, it's no biggie. If it doesn't, I will be able to kill with my own Swamp Thing right now. And I did fail, but he's lower than my own Etrigan, so I will go like this, allowing me to just attack with Etrigan, or not. Yep. And this is it. So, people are scared about this composition because of the invisibility and whatnot, especially if instead of the Swamp Thing there's a Red Robin, or instead of the Bane. But we will see with this team. It's not that hard, and especially because they have no Purger in just Swamp Thing that is scary here. And with the 50-50 on the turn 1, you don't care about the their ability to, let's say, damage your guys, because, you know, you are scared that Swamp Thing will kill your Power Girl on turn 1, and it may happen, you know, but you may not win all the games. So you want to buff up, because if you attack him first and you kill him by this guy, he will just rest up, while bringing him down with his Swamp Thing third, will allow you to just capitalize on that. And one thing, just use this big move on Superman, so we are able to just taunt up here and try and kill Robin on the next turn. So here I will try and kill Clayface because I have the healing immunity. I didn't kill him, so let's just smack Bane up. There's no one in... Yep, let's AoE here, because I want to kill Robin, at least bring him down. And that's it. So we will go from here. Superman Laser Eyes will kill Clayface. I will bring something down. So Clayface is dead. My Etrigan is starting to being buffed. I want to save my 3 from my own Swan Thing to kill opposing Swan Thing. But I have to just bring him low to death because Superman has a lower cooldown. So I can even try and kill him here. No, there's no point. Let's just keep hitting Bane. So we have to use the eyes. And we have chance right now to kill that Robin, which means that Hadrian will be buffed. That means that I can hit Bane and kill him with Power Girl as soon as I can. And as my Superman will get the eyes on the next turn, I will save that attack for Swan Thing, killing Bane in the process. It's okay. So now Superman will be able to apply healing immunity or stun Swan. Let's go like this. Yeah, I could have used my healing immunity. So this will kill them all. Let's kill one more. Yes, and then it's Superman killing Robin and Power Girl killing Bane. Nope, he got the procs, so turn meter. We have a low Superman team. This will be a... Let's try to rack up some points for the Alliance. It's a Gear 10 team, and it just scares me for that Hadrian because I don't have any good ways to counter him. So let's use my Hadrian. And the nice thing about Martial Manhunter, he didn't give us the awareness on turn 1, is that you are able to just call assist with Adrian, killing everyone in the process. So as you can see, right now, Killer Croc just destroyed my plans to kill Harley Quinn, quite vexing, by applying the taunt up on Superman. It's not something that you want to see. I just wasted... I could have used an assist on him. Instead I've wasted this 3 just to be able to remove the taunt on Superman. If this was a Gear 10 team, and I would have given that turn taunt up on a Gear 11 Superman, it would have been just a nightmare. So that's something that seems awkward in that kit. Because on defense they can, defense doesn't matter, but on defense they can capitalize on the random taunt giving thingy. So still no death immunity on that arrow, but I think that if Power Girl will debuff my... Now I can go like this. I was thinking that I wanted to taunt up on Superman, because if DOJ does remove the taunt from my own Power Girl, I won't be able to, let's say, shield my Etrigan. But I think that I will be in a good shape. And my own Etrigan can be buffed. So she did remove the taunt. And I am next, so I can taunt again. And there's not an issue. I will buff up everyone here. And my Power Girl should be able to kill the 2 reds in the AoE right now. Not fearing on that Etrigan. And Etrigan will just kill the rest. Yes! Thank you, Lucky Man. See you next time. I will be off in 30 minutes, so you won't lose that much. See ya. Thanks you for being here. So again, we have Arkham MJ, and this is the other case where I still use my Steppenwolf led team instead of Superman one, just because you don't care about that Etrigan. I know my friend are, let's say, I won't say whining, but they are scared about Etrigan OP-ness, because they think that they will, he can snowball so easily. And I think that I've showcased that is not an issue. Okay, I'm using my own Etrigan, but that's not the point. The point is that you can control him, you can capitalize on his AoE on the first turn, you can do so many things just to counter him up, which are just good. So let's give everyone up some hit chance up. So he just decided to attack someone that didn't have any taunt. They have to explain this to me, because I've against RNG so many times. Okay, so she just lost some evades. I will taunt up here, and I will try and damage her. The crit chance did proc Steppenwolf 4, giving him turn meter up. And give me a second. So I have enough hit chance up just to be able to kill Croc. And then my Etrigan, as soon as he gets some turn, will be able to kill my opposing Etrigan. And my Superman is shielding for everyone, just ignoring the opposing Etrigan. So I did even leave my opponent Etrigan as a last character standing, and no issue here. So we have another, I think that gear, no, this is just a strange team. So let's go back to the nice, full red, full whatever team. No, I don't think that's... Let's go to the other Constantine team. I have this other Constantine team, which is super funny, but it's like cheating. This Constantine team is super funny because he capitalizes on the intelligence down you can apply to the opponents. And then Etrigan will just go nuts with the intelligence down with his AoE. So it works like this. You do apply turn meter up to Harlequin Magister, that she will AoE them and give them intelligence down, and then you AoE with Etrigan. Which is the same thing as he was buffing himself on the first turn, because she will give everyone 3 intelligence down with her AoE, and Hedrigan will just get 2 intelligence up with his buffs. So buffing himself or just attacking, it's the same thing for him. You will get the same number of intelligence up, more or less. And we get another. I don't need to use anything particular here, because you know there's no Batgirl led team. I just can use my Superman one. And I was saying, I'm not using this team a lot, not because it's not good, just because I used it so much into the siege that I think I overdid it. The game was like use 5 characters and do everything. That's why I'm just taking it slow. So here I want to stun him if I can, or just apply some damage. And I want to buff. And this will hopefully crit on someone. Yep. Giving me the damage immunity. And the taunt here means that I will be able to AoE and probably kill someone in retaliation. So still everyone with a bunch of agilities up. I just want to apply some damage, or let's say rack up some more. And my Etrigan and Superman are faster, so I will try and kill him when I can. So let's taunt up and try and kill him. He is dead, meaning that he will get some more buffs. And I will ignore my Batgirl. I will just go on AoE here, just to be able to crit on them and apply some damage on Steppenwolf, which I did. I did even kill... this means that my Supergirl will die. I did even kill Batgirl. I was just unlucky. So right now, it's one thing, we'll take care of Steppenwolf, while I will kill everyone with Etrigan AoE. And they are dead. Again, as I was saying all the weeks before this one, if you can just level up your Superman, Swamp Thing, Power Girl, and Etrigan to gear 11. They are the answer to nearly 90% of the matches you can find. If you have to choose, let's say, 6 guys to level to gear 11, just use them. There's no point in using any other unless you like those other guys. So we have a lot of low power guys, and I think that I will just go for them for the points. So if there are no yeah, this is gear 10, so let's try and use something like this for the normal fights, and the full for the one that I can get points. So we have one taunt. Yeah, let's go like this. As usual, apply some buff immunity and healing immunity on Power Girl will allow you to just ignore her taunt up and whatever. And to be honest, I just want to AoE here because I want them to lose the awareness. And with the AoE from Etrigan, I should be able to kill the 2 gear 10 guys. Or not. You know, sometimes it happens. Let's kill. And let's bring that. Yeah, his Mashaman Hunter too close to that and he just died. And so means that I will apply some damage on whoever I can, and after I get the healing immunity on my Superman or Swamp Thing, which is right now enraged, I will proceed killing Swamp Thing. So Superman should be able to stun him. Nope. Let's see. So it seems that they are going to rest up. Let's try and kill Power Girl with a double attack. Yes, we did it. You have to know that this Superman attack is like 2 attacks at all in the same attack, because there's a special damage and 10% true damage. So it will remove the awareness and will do damage to Croc. Yes, you can see. And let's keep damaging the guys. I want to damage the highest number of targets, because the random attack from Swamp Thing will be able to kill many of them because they were, let's say, low enough. Yes, as you can see. And they're dead. Thinking about the battle essence that CR was talking about before, he spent a lot for the top one he is doing right now. I did find that the removal of Doomsday here just gives me no incentive in spending my battle essence, because yes, I could use a bunch more of Terra to take her to L4, but I have so many greens that I don't need her. The common, I have plenty of them, more than I need, way over L5, so why should level them up? Same as the uncommon one. The only one I could use is a little bit of Hippolyta and probably a little bit of Deathstroke to get him to L5. Siren, I have way more than enough. I just want them to give us, let's say, a shard converter. And same as Supergirl, she is way more than L5. So the only one I could use is Katana. And I don't think that it's worthwhile to spend my resources right now when the only one that I could use is Katana. So I'm just hoarding my battle essence here, in, let's say, expectation for better times. Let's put it like this, okay? So I will buy my last energy for today and keep clearing the board. What we are 155, 56. Let's keep clearing. Stupid Harlequin Magister requires Steppenwolf. And this is it. Yeah, you know, you may say that I'm a coward, because when I see an Harlequin Magister or Batgirl or whatever, I just use my own Steppenwolf. But when you have the chance to use one character that just counters completely another one, there's no point in doing, let's say, the good guy and not using it. So and even enraged, my Power Girl just destroyed that that Harlequin Magister, and here I just want to be able to, let's say, heal Batman and then apply the healing immunity with Superman, because I don't want them to rest up and have to do this again and again and again and again. So I have to still wait one turn, and that arrow can bring the pain to Etrigan. You know that, right? So that's why I'm killing him. And if I don't mess up my turns... Nope, I did. Get the crit chance on the wrong turn order. And no one did rest up, so it is easier for me. One guy, you know, that performs incredibly well against Deathstroke, who that guy is? It's Superman, because it removes all the awareness, prevents him to get more buffs, and just shuts him down. So, as you can see, I will apply the buff immunity on him. He will not get the death immunity when he gets down. And just like that, he is a normal guy with nothing to add to the team. So let's try and bring that Huntress down. So no buffs for him, he just does no damage against blues. And here, let's start killing them. And as they are in this awkward position where they do no damage at all, you can even just ignore the taunt on Power Girl and just keep smacking them. Yeah, I don't use Red Dude any longer. And there's this awesome pack in the shop, and I was, let's say, torn if I should buy it, because I love Red Dude, but I think that it's just Superman is just enough. You don't need Red Robin any longer. Why I'm thinking to buy it is because he has been scarred, just to say the least, and the issue that I have with next month is that even if they are not based on revivers, both the new guys, so Grodd and Banshee, let's say, get something out of guys dying. So I suppose that could be some kind of revival, which just came to my mind is a Stephen King novel about resurrection. Okay, let's stop it. There can be some kind of revival into, let's say, Lobo and stuff like that. So probably Red Dude will see play again against this kind of composition. But that's it. It's nice when your opponent guys proc 100% of the time and you just stay here. Do nothing. Yeah, about that, L3 is enough. I know that it's enough. The point is that the nice thing about having him at L4 is that he will get the ability to steal from your opponent, steal buffs from your opponent, which is in this evasion heavy metagame something that is scary to say the least, because when you start stealing those evasion and whatnot, you know what happens. And this is another way, another place where I don't want them to be taunted up, because you know right now I cannot hit the one that I really wanted to hit, which were Martian Manhunter and Flash, because of that stupid taunt. So I still, yeah, again, I still not sold on that stupid ability. I just lost the character because of the taunt on the wrong target on the wrong time. I wish that there would be a testing environment when you can face the same team over and over for nothing, just for the kicks. So I could have used my let's go again with the points. There's no point in going something different than this. So I could use the same team. Let's say on the other side you have this. You have my team with Superman, Power Girl, Etrigan, and Swan Thing, and you can test it with Croc and Red Robin and see what's best for you, what works for you. I will just wait, because they are introducing, let's say, one new thing each month. The last month they give us the siege and the blitz. This month they are giving us the showdown. So hopefully we will have something good in the next month. Maybe some, let's say, yeah, that's what I was saying. I find that he is pretty good still. You know, I will use him right now. When you have... Oh, stupid Liquid Magister. I was going to test it. Okay, so we have one Red Robin on our side and one Red Robin on the other side. And let's go like this. This was one team I was testing before. I will still use it. Because I was trying to test Croc on a bleed team. And I find that Red Dude is just good because he applies bleeds, he applies deep purges, he can purge guys with a fine way, and he applies healing immunity, and with all these wrestler that are around, he's just good. And as you can see, right now I have this Wonder Woman with some bleeds. I can just attack her and she will be dead. Or even better, I will apply bleeds on everyone. Yeah. So I will kill that Madfield. And the 1-2 punch that he does, applying bleeds and proccing his 3. This is when I think Croc is good, if not. Yeah, as you can see, there it does nothing. And I was saying, when you have a guy that can purge, apply bleeds, get turn meter up, and whatnot, it's just it's just so good, so gross to ignore him. Now I have to just don't die before Red Dude kills me. So he did die. My legendary order for Red Dude is 4th. You have to consider that my Red Dude was still was played during the heavy Deathstroke meta. I will go deep on his legendary order after I kill this Sarkis. So again, Red Dude is still good, especially if they, as I said, Grodd and Banshee will use the reanimator guys. So my first one was the 4th, because you want the healing immunity on the opponent just to prevent Swamp Thing to rest your opponents, or let's say Superman from healing himself, Power Girl from healing himself, even DOJ, or just the other races, you know, Lobo, Swamp Thing, Doomsday, Grandy, and whatever. The second one that you want is to use the first one is to use the barrel down with a 33% chance, and the third one that you want is this one, which will give him turn meter up for every bleed on the target. So is 4-1-3, 4-1-2. Some other guys tell me that this gain invisibility and evasion up is nice to have, yeah, I know that was a Gear 11 Arcus. I just didn't have any other choice. I was saying that I just wanted to steal his strengths up. The invisibility, which right now is pretty good because it will allow him to just start with an AoE and ignore Power Girl retaliation or Arcus retaliation or Harlequin Magister retaliation because of the invisibility. But and if I remember correct, the evasion lasts 2 turns. But I think that the 4th one that you want is still the 5th. The 5th one will steal 2 buff from each enemy and move to random allies. That means that if you kill someone and in the team they have, let's say, awareness, hints up, evasion up, which are way common in the current meta, you will just steal those, and it's just gross. Stealing 2, it's a good debuffer, but he will debuff with this 2 and with this 5. So I just think that the best order is 4th, 1, 2nd, 5th. And I'm contemplating his pack because, you know, I'm missing 160 shards for 120 shards. No, 60, it was right. 160 shards for his L4. and I just don't want to sink that kind of gems into a single guy. That's the only reason I'm not just binge bought his pack. But let's clear these last guys. So again, the his kit is just good. It's not a powerhouse on damage because it just applies bleeds and purges. Is not a big damaging guy unless you go against the green, let's say a weak blue like Cheetah. Cheetah doesn't have a lot of health and doesn't have a lot of agility. So killing her is easy with the red dude. But if you go against DOJ or POT, or he is way good against Etrigan, because if you go 1-2 punch, you will purge him from his int up, and he will not be able to heal up. So he's a good counter to Etrigan, but it's not where you bring him for. There was no need of going to anyone else here because Croc will just buff up my Etrigan, and let's go punching around, guys. Yeah, sure. I'm trying to find a substitute for Power Girl here because, you know, she has the issue with this dominance of Swamp Thing to just die on turn 1 when he gets his turn. Because he will just one-shot her because she's the one with the taunt. And, you know, you will lose just 1 star. So I'm going around trying to, obviously not on stream, try to find out someone that can, let's say, fix this issue with Swamp Thing. At the moment I didn't find anything worthwhile just to be used in that spot. So if we go here like these, we should be able to rack up some points. Yes. So I did even get the through sight here. I will just apply some damage on Power Girl. Bye bye, Power Girl. You know, gear 10 Etrigan, gear 11 Etrigan against gear 10 Power Girl. It's GG. So we want to have some awareness here because we don't want to die to Etrigan. And we want to, let's say, apply the buff immunity. And kill it. Oh, I forgot that there's an invisible DS there. That means that it's harder to just kill that Clayface. And this will kill DS. So more point for us. Let's hope that we get to the 100 I need for the second tier of points. Not yet. There's Jess that is going crazy. covering for us sluggers. And there's an Harlequin Magister, so stop the fan. But I think that I can use my own steppy here and go like this just for the points. So let's buff up. Yeah, sure. Bye bye, guys. I should have known. This reminds me of the songs from the Foo Fighters. But again. So let's try and bring that power girl down. She will get her turn and I will AoE here on the next one. Just to rack up intelligence now and whatnot. If I'm not dead. You know, because it happens sometimes that you die. So she can't die here. And there's no point in wasting the AoE. Bye bye. Let's get out of here. I shouldn't have gone with 2 low level guys. Let's kill it properly. And don't care about the points. Because POT will counter everything that we will do. Yes, let's go like this. Thank you, Harlequin Magister. Finally I missed. Oops. And I have to go there and try. Because, you know, I did have the buff immunity, so no hit chance up for me, but if I didn't try, it was just worthless. So I need Superman to stun her. She will probably kill someone in retaliation. So please, 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 please stun her. Nope. But she is dead anyway. Okay. So, it's a good conclusion for us. Last fight, last energy, last fight of the day. And let's use... Oh, we don't see that reverse flash so much any longer. And Shazam is something new. We did see him a lot during his week after the rework he did in the previous month, but then he disappeared. So I will have the taunt for 1 turn and the death immunity for 2. So I want to taunt up here again. And I don't care about the points that strength up, agility up, speed up, whatever on Deathstroke, because Superman is taunting and Power Girl is taunting. So they will just get more buffs, and Superman is immune, so who cares? And the good thing is that if they attack Superman with this one Deathstroke, I will get just my turn meter down, which is enough for me, because means that he will be slowed and taunt for more. So let's... So he was there with a brink of life instead of dying. It's okay. And here, let's apply the buff immunity on him. And this means that this one will purge the shield from Arceus and will probably mean some damage on Deathstroke. Yes, it did. He is dead. And Arceus did attack the wrong one. Let's punch him in the face and close this fight. Last board clear for the day. I think we are, let's say, 130-ish. I won't spend that many gems on this week because, again, I don't care about the excess shards that I would get. Yeah, 129. Grats to our good friends here. Keep it going. Let's hope that you get what you want. And here's the number one. Just for today. And yep. Oh, I did see him on my boards. Was it him? Nope. So this is it for today. We have done what we could. I showcased my new favorite team beside these two that I'm rocking all the day. The Superman, Power Girls one thing, and Hetrigan one, and this Steppenwolf, and the rest you already know. One will allow you to kill everything that you will face. May it be POT led team, double Robins, Enchantress, whatever. These two teams are what you need for everything. And if you are not scared of the enrages, you can go with this and just kill everything. Batgirl led team will be harder, but you can do those. And this is the team that I was talking about, which is one of the most fun as of late. I did even level up my Poison Ivy to gear 11 just for the kicks, because, you know, in gear 10 she dies to Power Girl AoE, Hetrigan AoE, and so many things. And this team will allow you to have a constant taunted Doomsday. And you can swap Doomsday with Bane if you want. Just get someone that keeps buffing himself over and over again and capitalize on the assist. Bane will capitalize on the assist by applying strength down on the opponents, while Bane will buff himself up, heal himself up, and make him taller with agility up. So, and he has, let's say, an insurance with his ability to resurrect. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you on the next Sunday. Have a nice day or evening or good night if you are CR and you're going to bed soon. So bye bye. Thank you for staying on the stream. Thank you for spreading the voice and appreciating my work. And it's been nice, and see ya.